What's up, y'all? We got the dub. Nobody seen this coming. I don't even know if Jaden seen it coming. Who knew that a tip ball would be caught by Noah Brown for a touchdown, and not just any touchdown, the only touchdown that Jaden threw besides the other ones that got called back. And this touchdown will win the game. And in my mind, in the beginning of the game, I thought that we was going to have one of those turnouts we did against the Giants, where it was just field goal after field goal after field goal that won the game for us. But no, this ended up being a great comeback story. This is a phenomenal game. Caleb Williams is going to have to live with this. The Bears are going to have to live with this because they've been throwing dirt on Jaden Daniels' name every week, every day. Like, they even came out with a whole bunch of videos talking trash about Jaden. And it was crazy because it's like, yo, I even seen a story that said Jaden Daniels got a gift from Caleb Williams, which was a duck with a Jaden Daniels jersey on it. Talking about Jaden Daniels, if he didn't play because of the rib injury, he was ducking Caleb Williams. So I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I just heard about it. And it was just like, yo, y'all going through all this, and I'd seen nothing about the Commanders talking about anybody on the Bears. We was just staying humble. We was all acting like Jaden. We was humble. And even to the last moment, we didn't know if we was going to win or not, but Jaden Daniels still had hope. And that boy had some strong hope. And he threw it for his only touchdown. And then not just his only touchdown, this was his best game so far. He threw 326 yards. No interception. Only one touchdown, but no interceptions. And if we really wanted to compare them, if we wanted to compare him to Caleb Williams didn't throw a touchdown, and he didn't throw an interception, but he didn't throw a touchdown. At least Jaden Daniels got one at least. And it might have came off a Hail Mary. And the Hail Mary was 52 yards, man. Who knew he was going to get it? And can we finally do this right here? This is what I need all Commanders fans to start doing now. Can we finally put some respect on Noah Brown's name? He is a great backup to Terry McLaurin. And a lot of people forget this, but them two played together when they were playing in college. And it's one of those things that you don't think about, but it makes a huge difference. And on top of that, Noah Brown has been consistent. You know, of course he has had drops, but I still feel like he is better than Jahan Dotson that we thought was our number 2. And you see what Jahan is doing now. He's doing absolutely nothing with the Eagles. So I think we just got to give more respect to who deserves it, you know. Noah Brown has been coming through, and I appreciate what he's done for this team, and I think we need to honestly give him that appreciation. And, you know, of course Jaden threw it, but who had to think of the right idea to back up at the right moment and just to see if anything else was going to happen? And Noah Brown did it. So I'm glad he got the game ball, and I'm also happy that Jaden still believed in himself and threw it down there. Like, he got the ball down there. That was the point of it. Get it down there. You don't know who's going to catch it. And you see what happened. Noah Brown came up with it. And, man, I'm happy because we finally shut the Bears up. Right? Nobody. When I say nobody seen this coming, nobody knew how it was going to end. But it ended in the right way for us. And guess who was the main reason why we won that game? It wasn't nobody on the offense. This all had to do with one person. One person that wasn't paying attention when the play was called and the play was in motion. He was over there talking trash to the sideline. And as soon as he turned around, the ball came down there. And if he didn't tip the ball, we wouldn't have got it. Noah Brown would have never got it. This person was Tyreek Stevenson. And he don't even understand that, he might now, but in the moment, he don't even understand this was his fault. He didn't humble himself. And he started to talk trash to the fans and do all sorts of things on the sideline. And this was all while the play was going on. And it just shows you, like, you got to stay humble and you got to stay reserved and you got to be respectful. No matter what, be respectful. And you see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if God said, yo, I'm going to allow them to win. I'm going to allow the Commanders to win. And, man, like, that's what happened, man. They end up getting a dub. And it's like, yo, we've been dealing with this for weeks on end of them talking trash about Jaden Daniels. And it was like, we finally shut him up. Jaden Daniels, because the big issue was they felt like we didn't go up against a top defense yet. And if this was it, then Jaden Daniels is phenomenal. Because if your defense was as top as they thought they were, we wouldn't have got the ball thrown through the air 326 yards through the air. I know I said that completely wrong, but bear with me. I'm excited right now. Like, everybody, every Commanders fans deserve this moment right here. Because we ain't been this far. We ain't been this great this early in the season in a long time. And it just feels good. It feels good to be here to talk about my team and to be a Commanders fan. It's the perfect timing. And Jaden Daniels, of course, everybody, it was a guy that came out that was, I guess he's an Eagles fan, and he was talking about how any quarterback could have threw that. But I'm sorry, it wasn't your quarterback. It wasn't. And I think he was an Eagles fan, but I'm just like, yo. And then a video came out about Jalen Hurts and how he threw one in the Super Bowl at the very end, and it didn't even make it to the touchdown. So it goes to show you, like, you know, it all depends on a lot of things, but you just got to stay humble. And I like the type of quarterback that we have versus a quarterback that we, at one moment, I was thinking that we should go after Caleb Williams, but his personality, the way he carries himself, is just not what I want in my quarterback. And I'm glad that we got Jaden Daniels. And just think, Jaden Daniels was almost not about to be here. Like, he was getting ready. He was starting up feud about him not wanting to come to the Commanders, and he really wanted to go to his old coach, Antonio Pierce, with the Raiders. And you see what they doing now. And just imagine, it all depends on where you land and how guys and how the coaching staff surround you with great everything. They surround you and allow you to develop, not just push you out there, not just make you the man. And then think about how much weight is on Caleb Williams right now. Like, he has to get them to the playoffs. And that was the mindset when he first came in. And this is a guy that didn't know anything and was talking like he knew everything before he even got to the NFL. And we hear it all the time that college is different from the NFL, but it's like you don't know until you know. And that's something that Caleb Williams has to be faced with, and he's been humbled. And I'm just happy that now he's faced a great defense. We faced a great defense. And now what? What more can you say about the Commanders? Because nobody wants to give us props no matter who we beat. I don't care if it's the Bengals. I don't care if we beat the Bills. I don't care if we beat the Chiefs. For some reason, everybody does not, other teams, let me put it that way, they don't feel like we deserve the credit that we deserve. And we've worked hard for it. We're 6-2. And some of the same teams that certain teams didn't beat and we beat, like, man, it's like it's so hard to get credit. It's so hard to get credit for what we've done. And not just we, but Jaden Daniels in his very first year. And everybody's already calling him MVP. I'm feeling the same way, man. And, you know, he's making a lot of things happen. This is one of those things that's going to, I don't know if it's possible to become an MVP in your first year. But if it is, I feel like Jaden Daniels deserves it. And, bruh, like, I didn't expect him to have this many yards through the air. I thought it was going to be on the ground. I thought he was going to probably have, like, in my mind, I thought, like, maybe, like, under, like, 2,000. No, not under 2,000, but in the 2,000 range by the end of the season. But it's starting to look like he can possibly make it to, like, 4,000 yards. And of course, yards and touchdowns mean a lot to us, right? And then how many interceptions you throw, it means a lot as well, right? But I want people to understand this. If you get a touchdown, I don't care if the whole season Jaden only throws 17 touchdowns, right? And I don't care how he does it. But if we get the win, that's all that matters to me. I don't care if he only threw one touchdown. As long as he got the win. Like, I felt good about, like, if I was Caleb Williams and I got the win without getting the touchdown, getting that many yards, I don't care as long as I got the win. Because I've seen that this team is great because it's been times where we had to rely on our kickers. It's been times when we had to rely on Jaden Daniels. It's been times when we had to rely on the defense. It's been times where we had to get a spark from the the special teams, the people on special teams. And it's like, yo, you got to rely on backups. That's everything that you need to make it to the Super Bowl. You need a team that can be well-rounded and that has a quarterback to believe in them and a quarterback that wants to do everything in their power to make it happen. And we also seen something so small, right? So small. I seen a picture of Jaden Daniels holding his ribs, right? I'm not sure when this was taken or when this happened, but I thought his ribs was fine. But to imagine that he went through that entire game and still had those bruised ribs, and it seemed like he was grabbing in a different area this time. I don't know if it was his ribs or not, but he played the whole game and he was injured. But he won. And just think about that. That's what you want. It's sad to say that they got to fight these games with injuries, but it's the truth. Everybody plays through injuries. And even if we look back and talk about guys like Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Drew Brees, you name it. These guys got to go through these trials and tribulations, and it's nobody patting them on the back when they lose a game and they go through it. They go through the game with the injuries. And, you know, every year, all they want is production. And it's like, yo, we sometimes forget that these are human beings. People that have had about 10 or 20 surgeries, and you expect them to just go out there and play through the injuries. Just because you're not injured, you can't feel the injuries. And it's like, yo, I think when you put things in perspective, you really got to understand and appreciate it even more. So the fact that he went out there and I don't know if it was his ribs or what, but he played through some injuries. And I'm happy that he got the win, man. And all the people that doubted him, I didn't even see that many Bears fans doubting him until after the game. I seen all the clips beforehand, before he even won. People were talking trash. Before he even threw the touchdown, people was talking trash. Once Caleb Williams scored, I seen a whole bunch of videos. And I'm just like, wow, I didn't even know it was this much hate in this world. Like, for one man that you don't know, and you're willing to put him down because you like a team. But it's crazy though, man. Let's not forget about real life. But man, let's also appreciate this game, appreciate the coaching staff, appreciate Dan Quinn for, believing in him. Appreciate Adam Peters for going out and getting guys that have proven to be way better than any of the guys that Ron Rivera has gotten for us in the first round. And then, because I don't want to shy away from Quan Martin. He's been doing a phenomenal job. And that was one of Ron Rivera's picks. But I'm going to let you know now, Ron Rivera did a good job on Quan Martin. I'm going to give you that. And, man, I'm just happy with the team that Dan Quinn and Adam Peters have built, And I'm happy for Josh Harris. He decided to go get these guys to bring in these people. So it's just like, yo, this is a wonderful team. Nobody's seen us being this high this early. And I'm excited for this team, and I can't wait for the next game. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. God to be. Hey, I pray y'all pray today, man. I pray that this video helped y'all in some way, man. I pray that y'all let me know how y'all feel about Jaden, man. How y'all feel about next week? How y'all feel about Caleb Williams, man? How y'all feel about this team overall? Do you feel like now we can use that P word? Is it time to use the P word? But yeah, man, like I said, man, make sure you pray at least once a day, man. And talk to God as much as possible, man. You never know when your day may come. And football is great, but it ain't everything. God is everything. And get closer to God, man. That's most important. Love y'all. I'm out.